Hey everyone, it's Eddie Sanchez and I'm back with more information for you young creatives out there. So today I'm going to be talking about story and how it relates to filmmaking. If you're into that kind of stuff, stay tuned. All right, guys, let's get into it. So today I wanted to talk about story and how it relates to filmmaking, right? I just recently made Teddy, and I had to cut a lot of parts out of Teddy. And what does that have to do with story? When you write your story, your screenplay, you're gonna write a lot more. You're gonna write in excess, right? But when you're gonna make a film, you have to take out the excess. You're gonna put in your film whatever needs to be in the film, whatever's gonna push the plot forward, whatever's gonna push the story forward, if that makes sense. You don't wanna have scenes that are, like in your imagination, the way you see things as, oh wow, it'd be great. He's in this amazing school and he's doing all these amazing things. But do you really need it to push your story forward? And you have to make sacrifices when you're making a film. When you're writing a story, you could write whatever you want. You could write he lives in wherever, in a mansion. But in reality, he's gonna live wherever you live, or he's gonna live in whatever you can afford to rent out to make the film, right? So just keep that in mind. When you're getting ready to shoot, you're like, okay, I think I want to make this film, right? I think it's really good and it's really creative and people are going to see how good I am as a filmmaker. So the way you show you're a good filmmaker is not by shooting elaborate locations and doing all these crazy graphics and things like that. You do it by telling a good story. And that's where the creative part comes in. I find it very hard to make a story with few locations and few characters. But as the more I thought about it when I was in film school, I was like, okay, that's on me. I've seen movies that are very limited, like two people only, and they're only in a car, and yet they built momentum. They built the story up, and it compelled me to keep watching the story. So obviously it can be done. A lot of stories are creative, right? And you don't need to have all these locations and all these actors and all this stuff. You can make an interesting story with one person, and that's when creativity comes into mind. And that's where you have to write a really good thought out story. When you write your screenplay, right, that's one thing. But when you're gonna make it and you decide you're gonna make it, that's when you have to really start thinking about, do I really need that scene? Do I really need the car chase? So just start analyzing what you need and what you don't need in order to tell your story. And that's what this video is all about. Screenplay writing, right? And a screenplay that's gonna be made into a story is two different things. So story and a film is two different things. So when you write your story, you can have everything you want in it. Like for competition, screenwriting competitions, you can write whatever you want. But when it comes to making it, you're gonna have to cut back and be conservative. Take out those scenes that you don't need. If you don't need a car scene, take out the car scene. Get to the location where they get to. Maybe they just get there in their car. You're like, oh wow, that was intense. Maybe the car is all shut up. Whatever you want to do. But you don't want to do a car scene or anything like that. It costs a lot of money. Things to think about, okay? Be conservative. Take out the scenes that you don't need, okay? Like locations, a bunch of people. They all cost money. Take them out unless you really need them to tell your story. All right. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below. As always, thank you so much for supporting me and watching me. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.